I felt confident about making this film because after I saw War of the Planet of the Apes, I was very taken with the performances and I thought they were incredibly emotional.
Have we ever done a singing ape? No, we've never done a singing ape.
They're pretty ambitious, but that sort of ambition pays off, right?
The Planet of the Apes movies definitely evolved from a chimp to getting more and more human. Like, we kind of went the other way, you know. We started off with a human and started stepping towards chimp from that.
Here he's more monkey, here he's less monkey, and this is a human. And we're on this scale of evolution.
Like limb proportions, posture, how thick is his neck going to be, how's he going to look wearing a suit, how long are his knuckles going to be to feel like an ape, but still be able to have moments, cheersing a beer.
Holding a microphone.
What are the steps he's got to go through to tell the story? So he's kind of like a human-monkey mashup, isn't he?
Yeah.
Actually, one other thing for me about how this monkey's different to other Weta monkeys. Yes, we have this amazing performance from Jono, who's got all those nuances, and we've matched that as best we can to every last detail, but then we get this sort of layer on top where we embellish in the Robbie-isms. Yeah, little signature expressions, little mannerisms, the cheekiness.
I think that's really good because those that know Robbie from his music, from seeing him on talk shows, they know what his character's like.
Yeah.
And being able to dial those in and to have all the subtlety coming through and the eyes are what I connect with.
I mean, they are Robbie's eyes, right?
The moments where he's not even talking, he could be looking out of the window in something beautiful, but that emotion that is carried through is epic.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
It's so good.
I think I had a stroke and a heart attack the first day on set. Watching the video splits, seeing what those lenses were doing, I went, no, how are we gonna do this? It's really just not how you would shoot a visual effects movie. Usually you try and make it as sterile and controllable in post as possible. This was not that. There was lens flares everywhere.
There is, yeah. If there's a reflection, Eric would find it, record for like...
It almost became a competition between Matt Toll and Eric to who could get the more internal reflection.
Yeah, Eric was like, come and check this out. So he shows me a clip on his laptop and he's literally pointed the camera straight at a light. Yeah, and the whole thing's flared out. It looks like a lava lamp. And he's like, what do you think of this? And I was like, oh, it's a bit much, mate. And he's like, oh yeah, okay, we'll take a little step back from this. And that was him sort of squaring it away, He showed me what too far was and then took one small step back and it's like, Luke's called off on this, it's okay.
Me with the floor show, kicking with your torso, boys getting high and the girls even more so.
There was a moment while we were shooting where people were trying to convince us that it'd be a great idea to build it as a set and do it in a super controlled fashion, but Ashley Warren, the dance choreographer, had taken a couple of dancers down to Regent Street and they had shot a pass, sort of mapping out the previous path just on an iPhone. With the street open and everything, no matter what we build and no matter what will be digital, it will never look as real as that iPhone footage. And then that's our benchmark. We went to London in September. We had a week's worth of rehearsal beforehand, block out all the dancing. And then Thursday, we're supposed to shoot on Saturday, and then the Queen passed away. If there's anything which is not a good look, is shooting a dance number down Regent Street after the Queen's just passed away and the whole country is in mourning.
The number almost didn't happen.
Yeah. There were some silver linings. We were able to go back and then reimagine them a little bit, and then we did end up on the street following April, after all the Christmas lights had gone up and been pulled back down again because we didn't want to paint them out.
Yeah, it was 5 months later, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can!
You can't imagine the film without it.
It's insanely complicated. I mean, we've done other oneers, obviously, at Weta before. One of the big differences, obviously, with Rock VJ is that it's all play-based. We had some shots that we shot in Melbourne. We had to stitch those back onto the street. Usually in the past, there are moments where you can hand over into an all-digital world to kind of help bridge the wanna, but with Regent Street, there's nothing. It's played the whole way.
'Cause you're keeping me up all night.
3 years ago, we started the previs. We all had to get into that sort of zone of the music's going to be a key player in this movie.
And the last step in that process is filming out to 35mm. Different stocks, there's Ektachrome for the nightclub sequences, different print processes like bleach bypass. Getting that as part of the storytelling, I think is just so exciting.
It's one of the first projects I think where I really have felt like I'm part of the filmmaking team and not just producing shots that will go into a movie. It's been a pretty special experience, that's for sure.
It's been the best project I've ever been a part of, just because the amount of fun, but also the team is so fun because they'll put in like an extra 100% on every shot. You kind of have to tear them off the shot. Say, hey, this is done.
So Craig, there was people who wanted to make the shot better and you didn't let them? Is that
That was my surprise as well.
I didn't know that was happening. Craig?
I'm super proud that I even got to work with Weta. That was a dream in itself, but quite often your dreams don't match reality. And this is a case where it far exceeded whatever I dreamt.